Hey guys, it's Lindsay from Perfectly Bookish 5, and in today's video, I'm going to answer the question, do I read what I buy? I want to start a new series this year that discusses, do I read what I buy? In each video, I want to talk about what I bought the month before and if I have read those books, and I am going to continue to update throughout the year in each video if I have read the books that I bought from when I started. So I thought this would be a fun series to do. I'm hoping it also keeps me more accountable for what I am bringing in to my bookshelves, what I'm adding to them, because one of my goals I have this year is I just want to be more money conscious. Am I making a smart purchase when I'm buying different things? Like, I'm always going to buy books. Books are my happy place. They're my stress reliever. They're just my calm, my peace. So I'm always going to buy them. I just need to make sure what I'm bringing in, I'm actually reading. 2024, I brought in over 250 books. Half of those were what I bought. The other half were gifts, giveaway wins, when I went to book signings, the books that were in the swag bags, all different stuff like that. But in this series, I want to keep it strictly to the books that I am purchasing, what I am buying with my own money. I think sometimes that will include a gift card, like if I put a gift card towards a purchase and then I still ended up having to pay the overage. But if a gift card pays for the whole purchase, then I am not going to include that. So let's get started. My first purchase in December was a book outlet haul. They were having a sale. For 6 books, I ended up paying $35. I picked up Mixed Signals by B.K. Borson. I read Lovelight Farms, and I have some other books by this author. And I picked this one up to add because I believe it is part of the series. And this author is going to a book signing I am going to be in September. I enjoyed the first book and I'm excited to continue. Haven't read this yet. I picked up The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. I have actually read this one. I read it before I bought it. I really love Elle Kennedy, and I didn't have this book. I read it through Hoopla, I believe, the Hoopla app. You can listen to audiobooks, get ebooks, and it's part of a library program, so check if your library has it. But I wanted to put this on my shelves because, like I said, I love Elle. Then I have this graphic novel called Hockey Girl Loves Drama Boy by Faith Erin Hicks. I've read one other book by Faith before. She co-wrote with Rainbow Rowell Pumpkin Patch, Pumpkin, The Great Pumpkin Head. Sorry, I can't remember the title right now, but it was a fall, like going to a pumpkin farm book, and I enjoyed that. I have another book by Faith that is, I know on the cover, there's a girl and there's a horse. So I love hockey. Hockey is my favorite sport. It is my favorite sport to read about. So I thought this would be fun to pick up, and I really like graphic novels. So this, at least when I do decide to pick it up, should be a quick read. So I have not read this yet. Then I picked up Broken Vow by Sophie Lark. This is the fifth book in this series, I believe. I have the first 4, so when I saw this, I'm like, I gotta pick it up. And there's one more after this. If not one, then it's 2. I don't think it's more than that. But Sophie is going to be at a book signing I am going to in May. I've met Sophie a couple of times before, and she's just so nice. I have not read any of her books. I have them, so I'm really hoping I can check off this series, like check it off my list before I go to the signing for when I meet Sophie. So I have not read this yet. This next one I actually have read. It is Camp Sylvania Moon Madness by Julie Murphy and Crystal Maldonado. I read this in December, and it is a sequel. It is about the first book, the kids go to this camp. They think they're going to a fat camp, but really the camp counselors, they're vampires, and they are using the campers to get to their blood. And in this book, you get a different kind of creature that is haunting the kids at camp. So this goes in the yes, I have read it pile. This is the last book in my book outlet haul, A Man and His Cat. This is book 10 in the series, and sorry, I'm not sure how to say this author's name, so I will show it to you so I don't butcher it. But I love this series. Like it says, A Man and His Cat. There is this man who loses someone important to him in his life, and he ends up getting a cat, and it's just their adventures and their like daily lives that the books go through. I have books 1 through 6, and when I saw this on Book Outlet and the price that was, I'm like, I need to pick it up. So I'm not going to be reading this one for a while because I have some books in between I need to get, but I just love this series, and I think it was book 5 where it had me in some tears because something sad happens with the cat. So I was so excited that Book Outlet had this. I wish they had more of the books, but I cannot read this until I get the other books that are in between from what I have and this one. These next 2 books I got half price books. The day that I bought them, I brought some books in to sell, so it was so awesome because they only cost 26 cents for the both of them after I used the money that I got for the books I brought in. We have By the Book by Jasmine Guillory and Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren. These are books 2 and wait a minute, I was gonna say 2 and 3. I think 2 and 4 in the fairy tale meant to be series. Julia Murphy wrote the first book, which is a Cinderella retelling, and I believe book 3, Zoraida Cordova, she has a Little Mermaid retelling, and in this one we have Belle, and this one Rapunzel. I have not read Tangled Up in You. I've read plenty of other Christina Lauren books before, and I enjoy them. I saw them on their book tour this last year for Something in Paradise, Problem in Paradise, and they're going to be at a book signing that I'm going to in September, so hopefully at least by then I could check this one off my list. Jasmine is actually going to be at the same signing, so this is what even intrigued me more. I read Julie's book in this series, the very first one. I just never kept going, but I am happy that Jasmine gave me that extra push. I did read this in December. The last book I bought, King of Pride by Anna Wong. My mom and I were doing some after Christmas shopping on the 26th, and this was at Aldi's for 10 bucks. So I decided to pick it up because I own book 1 and I own book 3. I found those for a great price at Half Price Books. So I'm like, well, one of my goals this year is to start reading the series, and I can't really do much if I don't have book 2. So I was so happy that I picked this up, and like I said, it's a goal for me to start this series, and hopefully sometime this year, like, I follow that goal and I could check this off the list. So in December, I spent about $46 on books, and these are the books that I have not read yet. So we have, let's see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are no-goes yet. And these 3 I have read. I think that's pretty good for a starting point. The graphic novel, the hockey one, should be a quick read for me, and The Man and His Cat will be once I, get the other books. That's the problem. A couple of these books in here, they are further down in a series, so it will probably be until later that I actually get to them. And some of them, luckily being standalones, I could pick up when I'm in the mood for it. But yeah, so that is where I'm at with this first video. I hope this is a series that you guys will enjoy watching, and that way you can help keep me accountable too for if I'm actually reading what I am buying. Let me know down below how you keep yourself accountable for the books that you're bringing into your home and adding to your shelves, or if maybe you don't. Maybe you are just like, I'll get to them when I get to them, but it makes me happy to purchase this book, so I'm gonna get it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.